A long journey, you know. I tried to get back to here. My family was here. I got stuck in Russia 3 years. 5 times U.S. Embassy refused me coming here.
Really?
So I tried to come to Canada to come back to see my family. So then I got passport in Canada, and I wrestled for Canada 5 years.
Wow.
So you're a wrestler in Russia, wrestler in Canada as well. Is that right?
I wrestled in Russia. Then I moved to United States 14 years old. 14 to 18, I wrestled the United States.
In the United States.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
4-time U.S. national champion,
Okay.
2-time Ohio State champion. Then 18 years old, I went back to Russia. Wrestled 3 years in Russia, was bronze in Russian nationals. Then I came to Canada
Then you can.
and wrestled 5 years in Canada.
Wow.
I wrestled Olympic Games, London Games for
2012 for Canada.
Yeah,
For
for Team Canada. Yeah, you know.
So you are a legitimate Olympian.
Yeah, I guess no medal, but yeah, I lost to US actually.
Doesn't matter. You're
Yeah,
an Olympic
yes.
I mean, legitimate badasses.
Yeah,
Right?
Yeah.
And so, then you started MMA somewhere along the way. That's right.
Then after Olympic Games, I was invited to Brazil by Nogueira brothers. Right after Olympic Games, this was when Lily Nag was gonna fight Rashad Evans, and Rashad was a wrestler, and my job was to imitate Rashad Evans and
Okay.
you know,
started as a trainer.
training partner. Yeah, first time I got offered, I say, okay, Olympics is done, nothing to do. Let me see. I never did something like that. I did little bit in Cincinnati, help Rich Franklin because we train at the same gym. Rich Franklin, George Gargel. But then I went 5 times to Brazil, and I did my debut fight in Brazil in MMA debut, and I did 3 fights in Brazil.
How many MMA pro fights have you had?
I'm 4-0, 3 in Brazil, 1 in
So
Canada,
you're
Montreal,
4-0 MMA and 4-0 professional.
and 1-0 kickboxing. I did
1-0 kickboxing.
kickboxing.
So
And
you have never lost a professional fight.
not
in
yet, not
3
yet.
different
Yeah,
sports.
yeah, not yet.
Oh wow.
What an interesting. That's an interesting.
Yeah,
that's a
that's a
crazy
great
career.
story. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, like that's what I'm looking forward to most.
Yeah,
It's gonna be great.
exciting. Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
it's
gotta go.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
it's gonna be crazy. All right, so 1-0 kickboxing.
just like tomorrow. Yeah.
4-0 in MMA. MMA, and then what are we in?
4-0 boxing.
4-0 boxing.
Yeah.
You know your record in wrestling?
Oh, wrestling don't keep record. Just you know.
It'd be too crazy,
3
right?
times I wrestled the world, 5-time Pan Am bronze medalist in Mexico, 2011, and Olympic Games.
So, and then you had this chapter where you couldn't get back to the United States. So you were stuck
Yeah,
in
I did.
Russia for how many years?
3 years.
And when was that?
This was right after 9/11. 9/11 happened. That affected my life too.
And how old are you?
And I am 34 at the moment.
How come I don't believe you?
I look younger, no? 34, 3-4, yeah.
Gotcha.
3-4, yeah.
When did you start boxing?
Boxing, I did my debut last year. Yeah. But all my life I had boxing bag. My father, even in Russia, had boxing bag always hanging. I never did any other sport than wrestling. 25 years I wrestled. But always had the boxing bag hanging there, always just pop. But really boxing, it's not last year. Last year, not Pete?
Yep.
About last year.
What have you found? What is the difference in boxing training from wrestling training? They both take serious.
You know, the I'm gonna say because now it's 4 sports now, if you're gonna consider MMA, kickboxing, boxing, wrestling. The fundamental is same, the approach is same, the discipline is same, the regime is same, the mind is same. All of that is same, you know, regardless of different fields, but the mindset is same, you know, the one-on-one, the opponent, you and the opponent, that's the same thing, no difference. If you want to be, you know, undefeated, not undefeated, but keep winning, then, you know, in boxing or MMA, same thing, wrestling, you have to understand what's the strong points, weak points, and work on those, that's it.
So are you still continuing, moving forward with an MMA career?
Yes, I am. I have a contract with the Russian organization. Just signed with the ACB for 6 fights. I just signed an MMA contract, and is a number 3 organization in the world. UFC, Bellator, then is ACB. Yeah, so I do both. I started boxing, to be honest, never planned to box, never planned to come this far, just to improve my hands for MMA. You know, I have a friend. He offered me, "Hey, you wanna box?" I say, "I'm not boxer, but if you think I can box, put me on." So, like that.
So you stumbled into MMA as like almost like a sparring partner when you went to
Yeah,
Brazil,
yeah,
and then you stumbled into boxing
Yes, yes,
to improve your hands for
Yes,
MMA,
yes. And now
then found out
kickboxing.
that this wasn't you were.
Yeah, I like it. Yeah, I like it. I like it. You know, it's just hands. It's nothing more to worry about. No takedowns, no leg attack, no knees, no elbows. It's just your arms. It's just that. So I like it. I don't know. I feel good boxing.
What city are you from in Russia?
Republic Ossetia. Ossetia is South Russia, is Kafkaz. Like Habib tomorrow fighting, he's from Dagestan. Dagestan and Ossetia is like Kentucky and Ohio.
Really? I have a good friend who's from Dagestan. Do
Okay.
you remember Magomed Abdulsalamov?
Magomed
He
Abdul
had the
Salamov.
injury in Madison Square Garden. He was a heavyweight
Yeah,
Dagestan fighter.
yeah, yeah,
He was
yeah,
a
yeah.
dear friend of mine.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I don't know him personally, but yeah, I know that I'm friends with the Dagestan,
So,
with all the UFC fighters.
yeah, they're a big UFC area, right?
They have a lot of fighters. Yeah.
So, you're 4-0. You don't have to fight another guy who's undefeated. This is very rare. When you see two guys that are undefeated that fight with under 10 fights, you never see it. Why did you take this fight? Did you want to see where you were at? What made you take a fight against another undefeated guy?
To be honest, the opportunity. Holyfield is a big name in boxing. Mike Tyson is my favorite all time, but Holyfield is right up there, same level. And my friend again offered me the fight. You know, this is a Holyfield promotion. Is, you know, he's a good boxer, and I say, let me fight. You know, I don't want to fight anymore. Somebody I can beat.
You want to see where you're at?
Yeah, let me fight. Let's fight. And
So, is there a
because-
world where after this you may not box for a while because you have so many MMA fights coming up? Could this be your last boxing match, win or lose, for a while?
that all depends on the MMA. Depends how the MMA. If I get a fight with the ACB, then I'm with the MMA. If not, and I get offered another boxing, something bigger, then I continue with boxing.
Gotcha.
But for sure, I want to keep improving the boxing.
So you are obviously a top of the level amateur wrestler, MMA fighter. This guy was a top of the level amateur boxer. Do you think he has
Olympic.
the advantage?
You know, I'm gonna say, he's been to Youth Olympic Games for boxing. Yeah, I went to wrestling. It's two different sports. Mentality is same. Yeah, he have some experience when it comes to strictly boxing, but I also have experience in the fight, in the. So we'll see. I don't want to say what his advantage is. Yeah, because he's boxing more than me.
Yeah.
Maybe that's the advantage, but I don't know how much advantage that's gonna be tomorrow.
But when it comes to being intimidated by his record,
No,
you
no,
are
no, not
Yeah.
by the record, not by his
Are you intimidated
experience.
by anything?
No,
Okay,
nothing,
I
nothing.
figured that.
You've gone to combat on the grandest
Yeah.
stages of the Olympics and the grandest stages of the world.
Cool.
What is your opponent? What is they call him? Josh Temple of Doom. What does he need to know about you?
I think everything he needs to know about me is gonna be tomorrow at the fight.
And did you get
my thing.
reunited with your family? Are you with them now?
Yeah. I be.
Are you a father? Do you have children?
No. I'm waiting. I believe God.
Uh-huh.
God gonna bless me.
Are you
yeah.
married?
Not yet.
He's gonna bless you on that too.
Absolutely. I believe. I
Good.
pray. Because everything comes from God. Wife too, everything comes from God. So I believe, hopefully. Yeah.
Excellent, man.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
He's gonna take some.